Assalamu alaikum, hello, and welcome back to I Am You. I am Dr. Shazia Nasir. For decades, when a child with ADHD or autism or dyslexia struggled in school, the system asked one question: how can we fix this child so he or she can fit into our classrooms? We focused on behavior compliance, getting them to sit still, suppress their sensory needs, and fit into a rigid one size fits all box. But it's 2026, and a massive, quiet revolution is happening in education. We are finally stopping and asking the right question: how do we fix the environment so it fits the child? Today, we are moving past the old model of managing neurodivergent children. Instead, we are talking about evaluative judgment and context responsive environments. The keys to helping your child thrive on their own terms. If you are a parent or an educator who is tired of seeing brilliant minds marginalized by rigid system, this conversation is for you. Uh, let's look at what actually happens in a traditional classroom. Fluorescent lighting, ticking clocks, a crowded hallway, and the sudden loud blast of a school bell. For a child with sensory processing differences, this isn't just annoying, it is a physical, biological overload. It triggers immediate anxiety and activates the survival brain. When a neurodivergent child experiences a meltdown or shuts down, the old paradigm labeled it disruptive behavior and responded with punishment. But neurodivergence tells us there's something completely different. Behavior is communication. A child with ADHD or dyslexia isn't refusing to do their work. Instead, they are putting in a lot of hard work, even more than their peers, just to filter out the noise, manage their working memory, and stay regulated. When we punish the coping mechanism instead of addressing the environment, we don't fix the problem, we only break the child's confidence. So, how do we fix this? The answer lies in creating context responsive environments. This means designing spaces and systems that adjust to the human beings inside them rather than forcing the human beings to morph into the architecture. So, if we let's look at how does it look like in practice, and what you should look for for your child in your child's school. So, I'm going to compare the two systems. Now, the old rigid system, for example, it says to sit at a standard desk for hours. Whereas if we see the new approach, it says, flexible seating and movement. They can wobble stools, standing desks, and regular movement breaks. In the old system, there were like strict time constraints. You have to finish the test in 30 minutes, but now in there's a built-in executive support where they have visual schedules, micro steps, and clear checklists. They were previously they were like bright, loud, chaotic spaces, whereas now many schools are turning into sensory friendly design of the architecture, like they have dimmable lighting, noise damping zones, and calming corners. When we make these changes, something incredible happens. Anxiety drops, focuses increases, and a child's true cognitive potential is unlocked. We aren't lowering the standard. Please, I say this every time in my video that we are not lowering the standard. We are providing the ramp so they can reach it. But as parents and educators, our ultimate goal isn't just to make the classroom comfortable for today, it is to prepare them for tomorrow. And that requires a shift from traditional assessment to building evaluative judgment. What is evaluative judgment? It's a child's capacity to understand their own learning process, critique their own work, and say, I know what I need to succeed right now. Instead of waiting for a teacher to hand them a grade or a reprimand, we must empower neurodivergent children to become self advocates. We need to teach them to recognize their own triggers and say, the noise in this room is making it hard for me to focus. I need to use my noise cancelling headphones for this task. Or my ADHD brain needs to stand up and sketch my ideas before I write them down. So when we teach children to evaluate their own needs and learning styles, we transform them from passive survivors of a system into active, empowered leaders of their own education. So, your child's neurodivergence is not a deficit to be cured, it is a natural variation in human design. They bring incredible gifts to the world: creativity, deep lateral thinking, and a unique way of connecting ideas that the rest of us might miss. Our job is simply to build the bridge that lets them share those gifts. I want to hear from you in the comments below. What is one change you have made at home or in the classroom that completely transformed your child's ability to focus or feel safe? Let's build a community of learning together. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to IMU, and hit that notification bell so we can keep redefining education together. I'm Dr. Shazia Nasir. Remember, I see you, I hear you, and I am you. See you in the next video.